Hello everyone, welcome, new video here. Today we are going to finish the last build, which is going to be Embers for this build series, for this Azata team build. So let's get right into it. At first I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about this build because it's almost the same as the one from the range team. Azata team build, but I guess we are still going to do that. I misclicked the wrong spell, but it's okay. It's not like early spells are that good anyway. Alright, level 5 we want to go for spell penetration at this point, which is, where is it again? It's at the end. Level 1 I like to have reduce and enlarge at this point. Bone Fist. Level 6. Actually, level 2 you should go for web earlier if you can. It's very good. And then go for alright, knowledge word, perception. Just a note about this build, I don't use this build until only for one fight at level 9 against Ancient Sarkarian Ghost, because she can do Fortune Hex and Evil Eye, and we don't care about Protective Luck because that fight they only use spell and they only attack touch AC, and you can protect with Death Ward anyway, so I use her only for that one boss at level 9, and then I wait usually until level 11, Act 3, 11, 12 to use her when we get to Aurelius Lab. So just a note about that. Why we don't take, for example, Protective Luck early? Well, it's because of that. Level 3 we want, there's not very much good spells at this point. I guess Heroism maybe. Yeah, why not? Mythic rank 1, Abandon Casting. 7. We want knowledge ward again, perception. At least those two at the max. 7. I like to have knowledge ward to be able to go into Loremaster later, so yeah, that's a prerequisite. Yeah, here you can take web for example. Here I still don't use Ember, I like to use Camellia first. She has better use early on. Delay poison, yeah, of course. Level 8. Charisma all the way anyway. Knowledge word. I'd say use magic device. Fortune at this point. We want Evil Eye and Fortune for when we go against Ancient Sarkarian Ghost and Death Ward. to buff everyone. So that's the whole package. Mythic rank, we want to start spell penetration always. Level 9, that is when we go into sorcerer, CrossBlooded. What we want at this point, first of all, the feat that we need to unlock Loremaster, we need a Metamagic feat. So which one? Guess we are going to go with Selective first. Yeah, Selective is better. Earlier. Alright, Bloodline, we want obviously Fey Bloodline. I like to take greater spell penetration. So at least we are done with the spell penetration stuff. And then I like to take obviously Undead Bloodline. This way we can evil eye Undeads, and at this point it's a -4 to AC or to the save. So very good, absolutely very good. Yeah. True Strike again for when we need to do any kind of racking ray action on some tough enemies. Yeah, usually the really tough enemies are going to be like that big tree in Treant enemies in Wintersun. There's that one big guy that has like 60 AC. Racking Ray is one way of reducing his AC and his strength, so his chance to hit and his damage. So yeah, that's very nice. And obviously Playful Darkness. I really like to use that spell against Playful Darkness. It's very strong. Witch until level 10 so that we can have Protective Luck here. Alright, Perception and that. Yeah, so at this point Find Traps is nice to help with the Perception check. Glitter Dust is very nice too. You have Mortal Terror. Enchantment spell, we are going to spec into enchantment, so many choices. Let's just pick that just in case. Lightning Bolt, not much use, but there's a cave start of Act 3 where you have to kill some tick swarm, and they are not immune to electricity, so they take full damage from that. So that's some use that you can do. Here I like to pick I think again Innervate. I like very much too. It's very strong against many bosses. So yeah, you can pick that. You can pick Dimension Door. I picked that early so that I remember, so that I don't have to remember later. Improve Abundant Casting, level 10, 11. So 10 Witch, that's our last X that we need. And the other X, not a big fan, to be honest. So yeah, 11 is when I take my first point into Spell Focus. Oh, it's up there anyway. Enchantment, we are starting at this point. It's start of Act 3. As you know, many good items to bring enchantment to a very high level of DC. So yeah. Yeah, Protective Luck is the last one. That's when I would consider starting using Ember for a full map or for continuing the story. Otherwise I wouldn't really do that. I would take Feeble Mind in case we are going into Aurelius Lab. There's a bunch of Shadow Demon or other demon that use magic, and you can shut them down with that. The issue with Shadow Demon is that they hit very hard too. So I mean, you can stop them from using spell, but if they start attacking you, they can destroy you. So I mean, that's up to you. Odd Monster is very nice too, obviously. But Feeble Mind, they have almost, unless they roll a 20, they won't make a save. So yeah. Odd Monster, there's a weird bug, is that when you full attack an enemy, sometimes just the odd monsters break during your round and your attacks for some reason. I don't know why. It should be save each round and not 10 save per round each time you are hit. So I don't know. I don't understand. Anyway, pick whatever you like here. Those two are very good anyway. So I would pick Odd Monster just because. Do we fight some Undead at this point? No. Because for Undead, Feeble Mind is very strong. Since you reduce the Charisma to 1, basically they have like almost no HP left. Mythic rank 4. That's Aurelius Lab, Spell Focus, Enchantment. So from now on, pretty much all Loremaster at this point. So let's go, Charisma. Spellbook of the Witch. Spell Secret Wizard Feat. And Enchantment. So we finish with Enchantment here. Alright. Spells. Force Life, Find Traps. All good. So pick whatever you like. I quite like this one too. Oh, we forgot Mortal Terror. Mortal Terror, obviously, very good. It's an enchantment spell and it can be nice for control. Alright. No Despair, I don't think so. Ray of Exhaustion. Remove Blindness. I don't know if we have many issue with blindness, but always good to have as a spell. It's a low level spell, so very nice. Dimension Door, I quite like it, but I would go for Confusion early on. We need an AoE control spell, and that's a good one. Racking Ray, yeah. Get that early, really, because it's very good. Unless they are immune to it, you can do so much work with it. Let's go, Loremaster all the way. So, as a feat, we can take Ambuscading Spell. It's not hard to trigger, and most of what we use as spell are just a one-time only spell. Confusion, or what's the name? Maybe not Old Monster. Old Monster is very much of a save each round. So yeah. If you are, for example, stealthed, with vanish or greater invisibility, and the enemy don't have true seeing or see invisibility, then this is basically a +2 to your DC all the time. So yeah, I mean, it's not too hard to trigger unless the enemy is a boss or something, but it's really nice to use. Alright, level 6. I would probably go with Heroism Greater. Start buffing everyone with it. 14. Yeah, that's right. Secret. I like to take initiative at this point. We want it as early as possible. In Unfair, it's quite important to play first, especially for the witch or the shaman that you use. The earlier you go, the earlier you can put Evil Eye on an enemy, and then all the attacks of your allies can go through easier. So yeah, that is why I would take Dimension Door. I've pretty much never used Crushing Despair. Maybe it's a bad idea from me to never use this one. Maybe I'm missing something good about this, but I like the other kind of control more. So there you go. I would go for Feeble Mind here. You want to be able to shut down any kind of undead with that. It's very strong. True Seeing, I think everybody else will have. Cloak of Dreams, I mean, why not? When we get our level 7, I can maybe try if Cloak of Dreams Selective works. So let's see if it works anyway. Let's continue into Loremaster. Alright, level 15 fit. We get a good amount of DC for enchantment here. Assuming everything aligns correctly, that's a lot of DC. Improved Elven immunity for the +1 enchantment spell DC. Very nice, obviously. Wave of Ecstasy. It's better at this point than pretty much everything else. It's extremely strong. Mythic level 5. Greater Abundant Casting for level 7 to 9. Okay, Charisma again. Secret. At this point, I want a wizard spell, and you know what kind of spell I'm going for. You know the deal. I quite like to have almost there, I guess. Oh, I missed the... yeah, it's here. Mirror Image. I could make Nenio do Mirror Image as a scroll, but I like Nenio to do other scrolls than Mirror Image. We won't rest a lot in the... I mean, if last run that I did, we did like 37 rest total in the whole game. So that's not counting the free rest that we get in the game, but we get some amount of scores that we can do in unfair. I mean, you can rest a lot more, it's not an issue, but for what I do, I tend to not rest a lot, so yeah. I like to have mirror image with a spellcaster level up to date. It's very strong. When we get at this level 16, it's Act 4. Act 4 is very dangerous if you don't have any layer of defense on your casters. Mind Fog at this point, I think it's good to have. And then, well, there's not very much good spells. I mean, even True Seeing, like everybody else, we do True Seeing better than her. So yeah. Legendary Proportion, we have only Nenio doing that. That's it. So yeah. 17, alright. The feat is going to be a Metamagic feat, which is Persistent. Here I would take Mind Blank. There's no other spell as good as Mind Blank at this point. So yeah. 17 is when we get Mythic rank 6, so again, usually I take for everyone. I take initiative at Mythic rank 6. We have a ton of enemies that are bosses that we prefer to beat in the initiative. At this point, I'm going for a Rogue Secret and one that I like a lot. Improve Evasion. Take half no matter what. Take half damage on a fail save. That's very good. So you don't even care. Later in the game you have some very good spellcasters, like what's their name? The big guys with the sword and the wings in the back. There's Desolating Garu. I don't remember how you pronounce it, but they have very strong AoE, and taking half damage from that is very good at this point of the game. It's a extra layer of defense on her that I really like. No other very good spell at this point. Ice Body maybe, but you can always buy scroll or make Nenio make scrolls for her. Frightful Aspect, size bonus to Constitution, very nice. Shaken Aura, it's alright. Strength to get some items, more items, and not be too slow. Guess that's okay. 19 is when we fight Baphomet. So Loremaster here. 19. So last feat is going to be Toughness. Why is that? Well. We want her to be able to sometimes take a spell or two before going down. In previous run, I didn't like that she was going into Death Door in like 1 or 2 spell. Here with improve evasion and toughness, she can take a few hits before triggering the Death Door from life bonding friendship. So yeah, I like that a lot. Here the best one is obviously Mind Blank Communal. I don't like to pick. I think it's a waste of using old monster en masse. Heroic Evocation, other people can do it. Foresight, other people can do it. Symbol of Vulnerability, other people can do it. And we can take it later, so yeah. Mythic rank 7. Well, I like to now take Arcane Bloodline first. I think it's better for us here first. So yeah. Usually I would go for Metamagic Persistent. Favorite Metamagic Persistent first. I think that initiative checks are better right now. And then we get that +1 DC for when we use a Metamagic that is an 8 spell. So yeah, I will take that first. Alright, Mythic 8 usually is right after 9. I'm not going to go for Sorcerer's Reflex. At this point, if you do a Midnight Isle DLC, which you should absolutely do, you get a bunch of Quicken Rods, and that's more than enough to do what we want to do. I like to go for Beneficial Curse, Powerhouse Prophecy, +4 insight bonus to initiative, +4 insight bonus to all save and AC during the first round. Uncanny dodge, but we don't really care. You are not staggered because you don't have the negative element of curse. Just the initiative, basically. Some extra initiative. I really like it. Puts us at a decent amount. Wait. First of all, 20. Usually it's at level 20 that you get Mythic rank 9. Last point. Loremaster all the way. Alright. Secret spell. We want, you know what kind of spell we want. It's the same as earlier build. Overwhelming Presence. If you go for enchantment, you're obviously going for that. So yeah. Here you can take Resurrection or Prediction of Failure. Up to you. Here, yeah, that's when I would pick probably Symbol of Vulnerability. I don't know if I would use it, but that's when I would pick it. So here I go. Mythic rank 9. You beat Mephistopheles. Whoever it is, that big guy from hell. You want at this point favorite Metamagic Persistent. Those two you can change them in order. I like to pick actually Metamagic later, I think. Up to you. Last one. I didn't take a note, so I guess it was up to choice. Sorcerer's Reflex is alright. Mythic, any good Mythic that we can take. Immunity, Cold, Paralysis, Sleep. Well, not a huge fan. Any other kind of nice curse? No. We could take a favorite Metamagic Selective, so we can use it on many spells without having to go a +1. And I kinda like that actually, even if it's not necessary at all. So it's up to you, the last one. Anyway, you only have the last boss, so it doesn't really matter. Wait a second. Here. Alright. That's the build. Now let's look at the gear. As Ember, let's take a look at the weapon. The earlier one that you are going to use is going to be Quarterstaff of Coercion, which is found in Act 1, Blackwing Library, if I'm not wrong. It's behind a perception check, so yeah, or whatever kind of check there is. Later on you have to fight Nenio for that weapon. I would say maybe you can give that to Nenio, because this time we take our spell penetration very early. During the other Azata ranged party team build, we didn't take greater spell penetration, so but we had this one. So this time I guess you could just use this one. You lose 1 DC, but that's up to you. I don't even know if she's going to have good spell at that point when you get this one, so that's up to you. Anyway, you can use this one also if Nenio doesn't use it. Quarterstaff of the War Mage. Yeah, so you get this one in Ivory Sanctum. It's a puzzle, I guess, or a perception check. Last one that you can get is this one, because at the end of the game Nenio is going to dual wield 2 staves. So if you want a +2 DC, you can have this one. Gives you a +2 DC. So it gives +2 to any kind of DC, but another +2 if you are Arcanist with Magic Deceiver, which we are not, but it's okay. So yeah. Rest of the gear: helmet, the best one that you can have for charisma. You have a few options, I guess. Earlier option, most likely some +4, or here at this point you get a +6. I think you get this in Act 4. I don't remember where you get all of those. You get a mental perfection when you a bit Soul Scorcher, end of Act 4. It's an optional boss, and if you have done Inevitable Excess DLC, you will have that if you have beaten Inevitable Darkness at some difficulty. I don't know if it's in Unfair or it's in what's it called, Hard or Core, don't remember, but you get this something like that, Mental Perfection at this point. The eyes, so we have this early on, it's at the start of Act 3, it's extremely good, +2 DC to enchantment, you can buy it, it's not very pricey, I think it's like 20k or 25k. Later on you have those ones, but they are exactly the same basically, except you get +2 to caster level of mind affecting spells, but they are basically the same. And this one is in you get this one in Nenio's quest, don't remember where, but you should look it up. Goggles of Mind Control. Anyway, cloak, any kind of good resistance cloak. Later on you have this one, Cape of Morta, it's from the Children of Morta DLC. At level 18 it gives +1 to DC, and that's what we want to all spells and abilities. Yeah, there's not many other good capes, so that's the best one that you can have. Rings, this one mandatory, +2 to DC of enchantment spells. Yeah, obvious reasons. You get this by letting Coruscina in the Dresden Citadel summon the other big demon and killing that demon, and you get this one. Very good. So end of Act 2. Other ring, you can use anything you want. When you get this one in Act 5, I like to use this one for extra initiative. I think it's very important to have a very good initiative on the a caster and your witch or your shaman, because of the evil eye and all that kind of debuff that you can use. So yeah, those kind of rings, excuse me. Bracers of Mind Break. I have to kill, it's an evil choice, so that's up to you, but you have to kill Mielara in the tavern in Act 4. It's the start of Act 4, Lower City. You have a tavern, you can find the Mielara NPC, you kill her. You do the evil choice of attacking her, so you get that as loot. Glass Amulet of Clarity, just like those ones. You can buy them start of Act 3 for merchant. So yeah, very easy to get. Aramaki of Divine Guidance, +4 secret bonus to all saves. Yeah, well, you want some better save on her, and since we don't have any paladin at this point, since Scylla is going into Scald, well, you need some extra save for your casters, so yeah. Otherwise, for your save, later on against stun, Ice Body, very good. use it. Robes, you have, I mean, that's the one that you're going to use. Well, you get those kind of robes. You have two robes that are basically the same, but you want this one. But during Act 4 Flesh Market, get this one, you can buy it. +1 DC to all mind affecting spells. So yeah, very good. Belt, physical form, dexterity, constitution mainly, or physical perfection, or if you can add some strength, it's alright. So yeah, get a good belt, that's it. Gloves, Twisted Temptation. You get those either by killing Mielara, so those two goes together, but you can have it earlier, before Act 4. It's in the end of Act 3 in Midnight Fane. You can have it from the Priestess of Nocticula. I don't know if you have to fight her or what, or kill her. So yeah, not sure. I killed her last time, so I got those. Don't know if you can have those without killing her. Up to you. Belt item. We don't really use boots. There's not. I mean, if you find some boots that you can use that you liked, do it. The other are used by Nenio. You can pick some from Nenio and give to her if you feel it's better. Belt item, Persistent Rods from Midnight Isle DLC, Quicken Rod, Midnight Isle DLC, Greater Selective. Later you won't need it at Mythic 10, but earlier you can use it, it's very nice. Greater Selective Metamagic Rods. I guess, yeah, that's it. You want a ton of rods. You can change a rod to make a place for a scroll if you want to, but the rods are going for her mainly, maybe for her some, the others. So yeah, anyway, that's the build. It's very similar to the other build that I did for her, but this one is a little bit more defensive because we don't have to go for dispelling this time. That's Deran and Nenio's job, so this one, there it is. Alright, I see you for the next series, which is probably going to be an angel, unmerged angel, tortured crusader. So I see you on the next one.